Well, good morning, everybody. This is DearMamaSal on a very interesting looking day. Interesting because it is blue sky with a lot of big clouds that appear to be rolling in. And never mind. It is 15 degrees Celsius, which I think makes it about 59 Fahrenheit, for those of you who measure your temperatures that way. And as usual, we're on our way, on our daily drive, talking about love, life, and other problems. And today's topic is going to be around the wishes of our parents versus your driving passion. Before I start that, though, I'd like to give you a tip for the day. And my tip for the day would be, if you're going to be a vlogger, you know, if your goal in life is to actually vlog on your drive time, then it's a really good idea to have your camera with you. For some reason this morning, I actually reversed my way out of my driveway and started the forward motion, and I went, where is my camera? Then I said a very short word and turned off my car, locked it, got out, locked it, ran back to my house, up the stairs. I obviously needed the exercise this morning. That's the only thing I can think of. But it was funny. It was like, wait a minute. Where's my camera? So, today's topic is another viewer-related one. Yay, I love it when viewers write to me and give me their stories. This one is a feedback one, and that's really nice to hear when people have asked questions and we've sort of given them some options, and then they write and tell us how it's gone. Just so that we get some history on this particular story. This comes from a young lady called Pranshita. And Pranshita, I hope I said that right, and by the way, I've got a feeling that Kihalaji or Sat Sri Akal would be the right way of saying good morning or hello. And I could be wrong on that. Have been many times. I just wanted to say that she originally wrote to me, I think back in December of last year. And she had this age-old problem that I have heard about time and time again during my time as DearMamaSal, and before it, in my time of helping people, young people generally. And that is that her parents had a vision of what they wanted her to do or be. The only problem was her vision was totally different. Now, let me tell you how different it was. Her parents wanted her to be a teacher or a journalist. Now, very different roles. One was to educate people, I guess, in a classroom setting. The other was to educate people through the written word, or through filmography, or however she was planning to do that. But obviously what they wanted was for her to be a teacher of something. Now, I understand parents fairly well. Well, most of them. And if you really talk to a lot of parents, which I have done, you know, really, when you talk to them, the reason that they have these ideas for their children is twofold. Number one, they believe that these vocations, these jobs, will bring security and fulfillment to their son or daughter. That's nearly always what they tell me. Well, I wanted them to do that because, it pays well, or the benefits are good, or blah, 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 blah. So nearly always when I talk to parents or, listen to parents when they're talking on this subject, it has a good base to it. It's not, well, I was trying to think of the worst job my son or daughter could possibly do, and that's what I'm guiding them towards. Now, Pranshita, I want to tell you that you are not the only one that had a completely different dream from the one that your parents had. I can remember training one young man to go into medical college. His parents' dream. And really what he wanted to do was be a dancer. He had no wish to be a doctor at all. But he was going through the motions because that's what the family wanted. And it was difficult for me to help him get in because part of me went, if he doesn't get in, maybe he'll follow his passion. But what I also said to him was, do this and get the qualifications so that at least you have satisfied your parental obligation, if you like, for your education. But after that, once you're an adult in your own mind, then you can do what you like. So it's a very difficult topic. But as I said, most parents I know want their children to be happy rather than happy and secure. Those are the two words I would put to it. So when Pranshita wrote to me, I wrote back and I said, well, in a quiet moment, in a quiet, stable, not in anger, not in frustration, in a very quiet moment, talk to your parents one day and find out whether it is their wish for you to be happy in your life, and what that looks like to them. Because you see, happy to most parents is stable, married, children, you know what I mean? It's like they've got this picture of what happy looks like. Now some of you are going, yeah, you should be in my marriage or see my children, there's nothing happy about that. But it is still their Disneyland, right? That they think it's the happiest place on earth. And so sometimes I think we have to quietly and with great love ask them a very simple question. And I normally suggest a couple of ways of doing it, but basically what I suggest to people is say, just as a matter of interest, and we pray that this is not the case, but if I only had 6 months left to live, would you want me to be happy or well educated as a teacher or a journalist or a doctor or a accountant or whatever it is that their dream is? I don't know too many parents who, given that choice, wouldn't answer, I would want for you to be happy. And then I would say, how do you know that I have more than 6 months? And if I only have 6 months, would you want me to be studying something that gives me great joy and pleasure, or something about which I have absolutely no interest whatsoever? And not too many parents are going to give you the wrong answer on that one. And I often quote, how frustrated Mr. and Mrs. Gates must have been when young William, otherwise known as Bill, when Bill Gates decided he was going to get out of Harvard, quit Harvard, and go and tinker in the garage with something called a computer. whatever that is. You can imagine his parents going, whatever that is. They must have been so completely devastated. Their son had made it all the way to Harvard. You imagine the bragging rights they had on that one. Oh, of course, my son's at Harvard. You know, you know. But you know, the amazing thing was, I said to Pranshita, but do this in your own time, when you're ready, and when you can have, you know, a rational conversation. Don't do it out of anger and frustration. Well, bless her heart, she wrote to me yesterday. And thank you so much, Pranshita. And I really, really thank you, all of you who write to me and give me the stories, the other side of the stories. So she apparently wrote to me because she wanted me to know, tears in my eyes, she wanted me to know that she enrolled in culinary school. You see, she wanted to be a chef. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you, because if you only had 6 months left to live, I know that's what you'd want to be doing. You know, and I couldn't help but think, if I were a parent listening to my child say they wanted to be a chef, I would think of some of the cooking programs I'd seen on television and how terribly and abusively they treat the trainees. I think I would have that picture in my mind, and that's why I wouldn't want my son or daughter to become a chef. Why would anybody intentionally sign somebody up for abuse? And quite honestly, it's been my biggest argument and why I refuse to watch those programs, because if the only way you can get ratings is by abusing people, verbally abusing them, then you shouldn't be on television, in my view. I'm really sorry, but I have a big issue about that, and I don't know about the rest of you. So was I surprised that Pranshita's parents didn't want her to become a chef? No, I wasn't surprised at all. I think I'd be saying exactly the same thing. But you know, it's what she wants to do. And there's part of me that goes, being a chef is a very stressful job, way more stressful than being a teacher and being a journalist, in my view. You're working in very cramped conditions with very high stress level going on. You've got risk of injury from burns or fires or goodness knows what. I mean, really, the environment is really, you know, long hours on your feet, very difficult hours for anybody who wants to be a parent. You know, there are lots of negatives to being a chef, so if you've looked at all of those and you still want to be a chef, then hello, go be a chef. Go create food. Okay. I've just seen a total bozo. And I know it's a judgment. Wheeling his bike across 3 lanes of traffic. 2 lanes of traffic, actually. 4! 2 coming, 2 going. 4 lanes of traffic. Go halfway across before he noticed that maybe there were cars on the street. Duh! So, just to end today's vlog, yay to Pranshita, before I forget, I am so proud of you, honey, and big hug to you. And I thought I would just add in here that I have 2 things of accomplishment that I thought I'd report back to you on. Number 1, you'll remember a week ago I was talking about trying to get everything unpacked from VidCon and you know, then the weekend, or a couple of days ago, I was telling you that, you know, I hadn't gone anywhere with it. My house looked like a bomb had hit it, and it was chaos in every room. Well, you will be pleased to hear that I have managed to keep my focus, and every night I have been doing a little bit more to clear everything up. The suitcases are put away, emptied, put away. My kitchen is back to normal. I won't say it's tidy, but it's back to normal. And then my DearMamaSal room is back to normal. Yay. I haven't got stuff all over the bed in there. And the only room that's left to tidy up is my bedroom. So I am really, really happy about that. So that is one achievement. The other thing that I achieved yesterday was I decided to put a quick video up on Facebook giving the news of the day. In other words, I had a couple of bits of news and I was about to put it up on a written word, and I thought, you know, I think I'll put it up verbally. So if you saw it on Facebook and you liked it, let me know. Because I thought, does it make a difference seeing me say it as opposed to just reading it? I wonder about that. Whether it's good news or difficult news, I wonder whether there is a difference. And if there is, which do you prefer? And I will obviously make sure that any news update sort of thing are marked that way, so that you know that it's a news update. It's not just, you know, me having a little moment talking to myself, which, you know, I do. The other thing that I need to do, because I've been meaning to do it for yonks, and now I really do need to do it because it's critical, is it's 21 days to retirement. Seriously. Weeks today will be my final day, and I'm very emotional about it even now. Goodness only knows what I'm going to be like 3 weeks today. Now let's think about that. I might talk to my doctor about it. All right, everybody, so have a super day and follow your dream. Follow your dream because it is your dream. So many people talk to me about doing DearMamaSal, and have you really been doing it for this long? And I know one person said to me, oh, you've been doing it for 4 years and not making any money at it, so, you know, it's never going to succeed. And I rolled my eyes a little bit when I read that, because it was somebody who did a hit and run on me. And I rolled my eyes, and I really did smile, because what they don't know is DearMamaSal has succeeded at every level I ever wanted it to. I wanted it to help people. I wanted it to help people cope a little better. I wanted people to feel it was okay, and that they weren't the only ones struggling with certain issues. So believe you me, DearMamaSal has been an absolute success in my mind. We've helped people find friends, we've helped people find support groups, we've helped people get away from abusive relationships, we've helped get them into transition houses. We've done so much as a group, and I am so grateful to every one of the loyal viewers of the DearMamaSal broadcast group who continue to do that at a very real, meaningful level. And also for those who have made people laugh. Because we all need to laugh. So it just reminds me that success is very personal. Whether your idea of success I can't believe what I just saw. Hang on a second. I just saw a lady. There were like 5 free parking spots, and she parked in the handicap parking space. And I checked to see if she had a handicap sticker thing. Nope. Go figure. Anyway, success is very personal. You know the why of why you do what you do, or why you want to do what you do. It's really only your business. Because you will judge what success is. Other people will think they have a handle on it. But I assure you that every time I go down to VidCon and I get a few hugs, every time I hear a squeal of delight, DearMamaSal! Or MamaSal! Or every time I hear, can I give you a hug? I know it's been worth every moment. Follow your dream, people. This is DearMamaSal saying big hug. Bye-bye for now.